Before we get into it, I just want to let y'all know I reacted to the Rabbitohs versus the Ills game, and that's over on GoHammTV live channel. Not this channel, GoHammTV live. It is the link in the description, my other YouTube channel, and that is also where I'll be putting most, if not all, of my NRL reactions. So go to GoHammTV live. I'll see y'all over there. All right, so look, man, we got the round 18 predictions video coming up, and you know we always recap from what happened to round 17 as well as look at the ladder board for the week. But let's hop straight into it. Last week we're going to start off with the games for round 17. The Sharks took a L to the Bulldogs. Was kind of surprised about that, but being how the games have been going this season, they're getting more and more unpredictable. The Warriors also beat the Broncos. They were minus Reese. But once again, like I said during the video, if you ain't check it out, it seems like when Sean Johnson plays, the Warriors take an L. And every time he's absent, the Warriors find a way to come through. At this point, I personally feel like even though I was a big Sean Johnson supporter and still like the kid, but or still like the guy, he's grown as hell, but it's time to start thinking about just playing the younger guys, because every time they get an opportunity, they take full advantage of it, like full advantage of it. But yeah, so the Warriors end up beating the Broncos. Knights beat the Ills. Storm beat the Raiders. That was actually a better game, a good game. I was actually surprised. It was low scoring, but it was a good game. The Dolphins got their butts kicked by the Dragons. Was super surprised about that, even though they were without Hammer, but they played so much better last week without Hammer. That was crazy to me. The Panthers, another shocking game whenever they lost to Cowboys. They were without a few that was in state of origin as well the same week, but that was still surprising. And the Roosters end up beating the West Tigers. They kicked their butt. It was actually crazy for real. But that was round 17. Let's go on to the ladder board just to see who went up, who went down, or who stayed the same. So the top four actually stayed the same. That is the Storm, Panthers, 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is the Sharks and Roosters. They all stayed the same. They remain in their place in the top four. The Dolphins did move back up a slot, and the Bulldogs moved down. So the Dolphins is 5, Bulldogs is 6, 7 and 8 remained the same, which was the Cowboys and Dragons. And now we'll get on to 9 through 12. 9 through 12 also stayed the same. 9 is the Sea Eagles, 10 Broncos, Knights at 11, Raiders at 12. The Warriors moved down a slot, which is, I believe to say, one of their lowest marks so far on the season. The Rabbits moved up to 13, being that they were obviously on a four-game winning streak, I believe. And the Warriors they won, but they still moved down a slot. I'm not sure how that worked, because they do got more wins and less losses, so that's actually shocking. I gotta see why they moved down a slot. Oh no, the Rabbits game had just now passed. I did watch the Rabbits game. The Rabbits game, they won, so they are up a slot. So once the Warriors play, they'll probably move right back up, because the Rabbits did play actually today. I did react to that. Check it out on my other channel, my sports channel, which is GoHammTV Live. GoHammTV Live is the link in the description, so you can go over there and watch that. And then the bums are the bums. Ills move after the loss today. The Ills move down to 17. West Tigers is at 16, and the Titans is up or still at 15. Now let's get on to this round's games. Like I said, I did watch the Rabbitohs versus Ills game. It's over on GoHammTV Live, where the Rabbitohs pulled off the win 32-16. And y'all know how much the Ills suck, and I know that as well. So, of course, I was going to pick the Rabbitohs, but that pick don't count, obviously. And now we got the Sharks versus the Titans. Of course, I'm going with the Sharks. I think the Titans are trash, super terrible. I would say one of the worst teams in the league, but that's obvious. They're at seed number 15, we got the Broncos versus the Panthers. This is a tough one. I do want to pick the Broncos bad. Panthers number 2. I really think the Panthers is going to win, but I'm going to go to my biased opinion right now. I think the Broncos have a chance, so I am going to take the Broncos. I think they're going to give it everything that they got and pull off the dub against the Panthers. I may be crazy for picking that, but I am going to go with the Broncos. We got the Bulldogs versus the Warriors. 2 underdogs back-to-back that I'm picking. I am going to pick the Warriors this time. I know the Bulldogs been playing good. They've been getting a lot of dubs, but I believe Sean Johnson is out. If he's out, it's going to be a nice win. If he's in, it's probably going to be a loss. He's just been a non-factor all season, and but I am going to go with the Warriors on this one. We got the West Tigers versus the Storm, and that's pretty obvious. I'm taking the Storm 10 times out of 10 against them. Next, we got the Cowboys versus the Sea Eagles. Woo! Another head scratcher right here. But the way the Cowboys been playing, I want to pick the Sea Eagles, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the Cowboys on this one. The Roosters versus the Dragons. Another head scratcher right there, but I'm going to go with the Roosters. We just going to keep it plain and simple, going with the Roosters. Next, we got the Raiders versus the Knights. And this one is kind of iffy, maybe up and down, but I am going to go with the Raiders on this. So I'm taking the Raiders over the Knights. And then the only baddest week is the Dolphins. Hopefully, Hammer is back in full. Well, not hopefully, because he is. He wasn't even injured. He only sat because he played in Origin a few days before the actual game last week. So with this, with sitting out that game and then this week's worth of rest, he'll be back better than ever. Strong, fast. You know how Hammer is. But yeah, so the Dolphins is the only team with a bye. Let's go through this real quick. I picked the Raiders over the Knights, Roosters over the Dragons, Cowboys over the Sea Eagles, Storm over West Tigers. I picked the Warriors, which is a super underdog, and then over the Bulldogs. I also picked another super upset, which was the Broncos over the Panthers. I picked the Sharks over the Titans, and also I picked, because this game was already played and I already watched and I already did the reaction, but the Rabbitohs actually already beat the Eels. So let me know about my predictions in the comments. Let me know how you feel about them as well. And also, let me know if you enjoy these things, man, because I do these strictly off the fact that I did them one time just to kind of go over everything and then actually refresh myself week by week when I first started them. But if you guys enjoy them, I'll keep doing them. If not, I might slow them down. I'm not too sure. But if you enjoy them, just let me know in the comments. Make sure that you're subbed to the channel. Make sure you like this video. And all games will be on GoHammTV Live this week.